Are you listening? Damn.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Peak Podcast, a source of information, tools, tips, skills, lessons, stories, and mindset to help you reach your peak and beyond in fitness, relationships, your career, and so much more. Let's do this. Hello and welcome to the Peak Podcast, episode 57 of the Peak Podcast. Mark Augusto back with you again. Can't even say my own last name. What's going on? Today, the truth versus marketing. I just wanted to talk about what we see in marketing from the fitness industry and what tends to be the case in real life. Because those two things don't align, and it's easy to be caught up in the specific marketing, right? It's easy to be caught up in particular parts of marketing and ignore the truth, okay? Which is obvious truth, by the way. So that's what I want to talk about today. So the fitness industry is super crowded, all right? It is a massive industry. Brilliant. I don't know if it's helping because it seems like obesity rates are still climbing, but it's going to be more important as we move forward. And as a result, good coaches are going to be harder to find. And since the fitness industry is super crowded, people make promises and claims to stand out. Right? This is like any industry, right? And it's not that they can't deliver on those promises and claims. A lot of coaches, trainers, facilities can, but just as many can't, okay? It's important to note that the fitness industry it's not particularly regulated, right? It's a bit of a free-for-all. It's a bit like the Wild West, okay, where there are rules, but outside of that, it gets a bit murky, right? It starts with the training. So you can actually get a personal trainer course. You can get that done in, a cert done in 8 to 12 weeks, right? Which is amazing, considering that you are going to be, the way that you push clients, the way that you train clients, you're moving heavy weights. This is, it is something that it's just not particularly safe, okay? There's a lot that goes into it. So 8 to 12 weeks is pretty quick, considering, right? So straight away, we're in a short-term mindset, by the way, which is quite amusing, right? We finished the course in no time, so all this short-term marketing and all of that in the industry, well, it starts straight away, really. But this is where the truth in marketing starts to diverge, basically. So the time it takes to develop habits versus the time it takes to lose weight. Okay, so you can actually make some pretty quick changes to your weight without particularly developing a good habit to go along with it. Why do you even want to develop a good habit? You just want to lose the weight, right? True. But often what happens when we get into stressful situations or we get complacent or any of these things, we go back to our old habits, right? It's that classic thing where, the smoker doesn't smoke until he goes to the pub. He goes, has a drink, and then all of a sudden he smoked half a pack, right? Because because that person was always smoking in that environment. So all of a sudden they've gone back there and the habit kicks in, right? The cues are the same. They fall back into these old habits. Now, the time it took to throw away a pack of cigarettes or stop smoking may have been 2 weeks, right? It may have been a month, right? It may have been 30 days, 60 days, just like in the fitness industry, right? But all of a sudden, they go back. So developing habits is important because if we don't develop good habits, we will fall back into old ones, okay? However, we don't need to develop good habits to lose weight, okay? You can do all kinds of crazy stuff to lose weight, but developing a good habit doesn't necessarily have to be one of them. So this is where the truth in marketing starts to diverge a little. Because, awesome, you've lost weight. That's what we want. But we lose those results again, right? We put the weight back on. Things in our life get stressful, right? We get a little complacent. In that 3 months, we lost 10 kilos. But then in the next 2 years, we put the 10 kilos back on, right? We don't have to, though, right? So this is again, a reason why the truth and marketing don't align a lot of the time. In marketing, in the fitness industry, we want to talk about results, right? Because all you care about is results, right? Well, I think most clients are actually a bit smarter than that. The process is important. And the truth is, right, the truth, that reaching your goals and achieving them properly, right? What I mean is achieving them in a way that is sustainable. And by the way, we see a lot of things like athletes, fitness competitors, CrossFit, all these people achieve amazing results in short time, right? But it's rare that those people talk about afterwards, and afterwards they relax. Afterwards, they cut back a little, right? Why? Because they can't just go that crazy all the time. If they were going to do something that is sustainable, they would take time, right? That is the truth. It takes time. We have our 30-day, 60-day challenges, all of that. The truth is it takes way longer than that. It may not take longer than that to lose weight, but it takes longer than that to lose weight and develop good habits that mean the weight's going to stay off. All right? Another truth, it's up and down. Life gets in the way. Things change. Your priorities will change. A real simple one is like a sickness in the family. It's not even hard to imagine, right? You can actually imagine this happening. It's not hard to picture this happening. And when that happens, there's a good chance that the last thing you're thinking about is going to be going to the gym, right? Or training or eating well. You're going to want to look after that person in your family. You're going to be stressed, right? Priorities change. This is life, okay? So the truth is it's up and down. Right? We market that 60 days, you're going to be fit, but the truth is it's up and down. Yeah, you'll lose that weight in 60 days. Well, you may put it back on again, you may lose, you may put it back on, right? And that needs to be communicated better to people. The next thing, your goals change, right? So, yeah, you lost that weight in 60 days, but that may not even be your goal in the future. Right? You may even shift to be a competitor in some event. All of a sudden the goals change. That marketing may not even sit with you. Okay, so the idea that that marketing is going to define the way you're going to be forever is obviously a bit silly, right? Again, the truth is much different to the marketing. And finally, it's an infinite game, right? I'm reading the book The Infinite Game by Simon Sinek. And he talks about, well, until the end, the game is infinite, right? Until the end of, and he's talking about it from a business perspective, but with business, it's infinite, right? We always put these short-term goals, quarterly goals, but all they are is steps along the way to a game that's never going to end. The idea is that the business goes on forever. The idea is that the business goes beyond you even being there. This is the same with your fitness. Right? Until the day that you pass away, I would hope that your goal is to be healthy. So when the marketing is 60 days, right, 6-week challenges, which there's nothing wrong with that, but the truth is that once they are complete, you still have to maintain, right? You still either have to maintain those results. How do you do that? Are you given support to do that? Right? Or you just have to be healthy, right? That 6 weeks out of your life is a small percentage of your life. So the rest of your life, you have to keep doing it. You have to keep doing some fitness. It's not that the marketing is wrong, right? It's just that the truth is, once that is done, you need to keep going anyway, right? It's a long process. You need to keep going. And this is where the two things can be, it's not so much that people are lying to you, although there is going to be some of that. It's just that people don't tell you the truth. And as a result, you're led to believe that 6 weeks is all it takes. Even though you haven't eaten well for 5 years, 6 weeks is all it takes, right? And this actually adds to the problem of people being up and down, gaining weight, losing weight, all of that, okay? So it's not that the marketing is wrong, it's just that you as the consumer have to bring almost a cynical mindset to it. You almost have to be, you just have to question things, okay? Not in a bad way, but remember, for a lot of these things, you are paying for them. So there's nothing wrong with questioning, asking more, finding out more about coaches, and deciding based on the idea, especially this idea about the infinite game. The fact that you have to maintain this beyond that 6 weeks, beyond the marketing, okay? So just be aware as a consumer that the truth and marketing aren't always aligned, especially in the fitness industry. All right, that's it. That's all I want to talk about. Episode 57, done and dusted. If you liked this episode, drop a review on Apple Podcasts. Drop a 5-star. Why not? Go on. You know you want to. But you can put whatever you want in there. Feedback is welcome. I hope you enjoyed this episode, number 57 in the can. Marco Augusto, out and out.